our nation, of where we feel free to share knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faint. It's a nation where everyone is free to discuss about every issues of life because it concerns us. No issue is too sensitive for us to talk about, and we share. So wherever you are, I welcome you to this live broadcast, and I hope you're doing well. Enjoy your life as I always do. I ask you to enjoy your life. It is your life. It's no one else's life. Wherever you find yourself, I'm enjoying my life right here in my village, Ibubu Muchu. Enjoying my life. You can hear the music in the background, very loud too. Okay? Just live your life. This is your life. The reason why that umbilical cord was cut off is for you to live your life, not for you to keep living maybe your parents' life or someone else's life. It is your life and you must live it. And here is 2:06 p.m. so it's in the afternoon and it's a nice weather too. So I want to share with us what I titled, Why Are You Mourning? Why Are You Mourning? Before you do anything, before you engage in anything, you're supposed to know why. Because when you know why, you will be bold about it and you'll be proud about it. You can answer anyone that asks you why or anything about it. But if you don't know why, you'll just be as ignorant as everyone, living in fear, and you don't know you are left and you are right. So you'll be just following the crowd. Why are you mourning?
Black people are ticklish on this because black people think
Why?
that everything in the Bible is true. I question the intelligence of anyone who thinks everything in the Bible is true or supposed to be true.
So, and as a people, the Africans or the black people, the reason why many of us believe what we believe or practicing what we're practicing is because somebody wrote it in a book and tell us it's the word of God and we must live by. And because of the institutions of learning they place in our land, it makes it too difficult for us to know our own truth even before they invaded us. Many Africans are ignorant of our own truth. The truth they uphold is a religious colonized truth, a truth that has nothing to do with us, a truth that has nothing to do with who we are. And many of us have been living that lying truth. Our traditional rulers, our political leaders, our religious leaders, our elders, our parents, our people living in ignorance of who we are. But I'm happy that the truth is waking us up. Here I am speaking like this. A few years ago, no, I will never believe anyone telling me that I would be what I am speaking today. But that's what truth does. When truth prevails, people will break away from bondage. Of truth will make you free. And no devil can hold you back when you are free. So join me. Let us discuss it. Also, welcome to Bible study. I always use the Bible to show you. Open the eyes of our people and to... So, we'll be having some maybe interruption because of the poor network, but we will continue. It's still good. Half bread is better than none. I will read from Ecclesiastes and continue what I'm saying about. He said, Ecclesiastes chapter 6. So for one. Yeah. In Ecclesiastes chapter think it's chapter 7. From verse 1, it said, a good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. He said, the day of death is better than the day of one's birth. So those of you that are like still living in the fear of death, ignorant of death, he said here that the day of death, the day you will die, is better than the day you was born or you were born. So the day of death is better than the day of one's birth. But the truth is this, there's no better day. The day of birth and the day of death is the same thing. It's supposed to be days of rejoicing. The day of your birth, the day of your death is the same thing. There's no day better. Okay? Verse 2. He said, better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. You see how they make the house of mourning, how they created it. When somebody died, instead of them to rejoice as in the day of birth, now they are rejoicing in the day, they are mourning in the day of death. So they only rejoice in the day of birth. So why are you mourning in the day of death? Because you have been miseducated about death. They have told you that death is an enemy. Death is evil. Death comes to steal. Death is the end. That, death is like a curse. Death is not it's not something you should entertain. Although these people still believe that you grow old until you die, yet they see death as a surprise. Death shouldn't be as a surprise to anyone. It shouldn't come to you as a surprise, regardless the age of the person. I'm still coming to that. Okay? It's better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. You see why they go to church? It's a house of feasting. He said, for that is the end of all men. This is why majority of people who claim to believe in God or in resurrection. I'm not in America yet. People that believe in reincarnation, people that believe in afterlife, yet they see death as the end. He said that it's better to go to the house of the mourning than to the house of feasting. He said, for this is or that is the end of all men. It's not. Death is not your end. That you die today doesn't mean that's it. No. It's like a chapter of your life. You turn the other page. Death is not evil. Death is not sorrowful. Death is not what you're supposed to be mourning about. It's what you're supposed to be happy about. It's what you're supposed to expect at any time. Because of the ignorance of death, you see many people threatening you with death. Many people even being afraid of you for dying. They don't want you to die. They say, oh, there's untimely death. The death you die, oh, you are too young to die. All that. Coupled with what they believe, you'll find out they are ignorant of what they are saying. Like when I was coming to where I am today, right from America, I was posting my artilleries. Anywhere I stop, I post. Anywhere I am, I tell people where I am. Like now, I am seated in my own house, or in our own family house, in Okreza, where Ibubu Muchu. Some people say, no, don't let people know your whereabouts. We don't want to lose you now about death. Why are you afraid of dying? Why are you afraid of death? Some say, oh, I'm not afraid of death, but I still want to be in this world. Who tell you are living in this world in the first place? Who tell you are going out from this world? This is your world. This is your kingdom. This is your eternal heaven. This is your eternal kingdom. This is your eternal heaven. He said, for that is the end of all men. Death is not my end, and death is not your end. Death is like sleep. When you fall asleep, is that your end? You wake up anew. You wake up refreshed. That's what death is. But we have been taught death is an enemy. Death is knocking on your door. You will die. If you don't believe in God, you will die. You will perish. All that bullshit is the fear they sown in people. And people are living in ignorance. And with that, you see people mourning. You see people pretending. You see people living in shame. He said that, and the living will take it to the heart. I want you to take it to the heart that death is your end. It's not. Don't take it to the heart. Death is just like life. Don't worry about where you will go when you die. Just as you did not worry, or you are not worried where you were before you were born. Do you get that? You were somewhere, right? Before you were born. So why are you worried about where you will go? You don't need to worry. All you have to do is to live your life. That's what matters. How are you living? Are you enjoying your life? Are you living your real life? Verse 3. He says, sorrow is better than laughter. It's not true. For by a sad countenance, the heart is made better. It's not true. This is all religion wants you to feel like. This is what belief system make you to believe is true. But it's not true. Sorrow can never be better than laughter. Laughter is better. Laughter it works like medicine too. You see how comedians can make you feel, oh, it's not over. It's not all bad. Laughter. Sorrow can never be better than laughter. No. They put it in the Bible, and you read it, you believe it. That's why such people have problem with me, because I will tell them no. But I know they believe what their holy books say, so they will have problem with me. They will never understand what I'm saying. They will find it difficult to understand what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is for their own good. But they don't care. They care about their illusion. They can hate you because of their illusion. They can disagree with you because of their illusion. They cannot understand you because of their illusion. So they don't know what they worship. They don't know what they're saying. They don't know what they're doing. But we know. When you know better, you will not be moved by their ranks. He said, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. My heart is not in the house of mourning. I am wise. I am not religiously wise. I am not politically wise. I am not spiritually wise. I am naturally wise. And in nature, it is better the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. Don't believe that anymore. It's not true. Stop putting your heart in the house of mourning. And they tell you, but the heart of the fools is in the house of meat, house of feasting. But they haven't feast feast of love or love feast in their religious gathering. But when somebody died, you don't know feasting now. It's supposed to be mourning. And I've had some issue with people about that. Somebody died, they expect me to be mourning. They expect me to join them in mourning. I say, no, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not mourning because anybody died. Did I mourn because anybody was born? If I rejoice when somebody was born, I'm supposed to rejoice when somebody dies. It's the same thing. It's cycle of life and death. But they taught us away from the truth and make us embrace falsehood as the truth. Why are you mourning? Maybe somebody died in your family. Somebody died in your house. Your friend have some family members and some friends that have died. As Christians, I used to mourn, but now I don't mourn anymore. You tell me somebody died, so instead of, if I really want to teach you, I will say it's good. But if I know you will not understand what I'm saying, I will say, okay. But you're expecting me to feel bad because of that, or to do something because somebody died? Want me to bring money because somebody died? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You can go and sue me anyway. I'm not doing that, no matter who he is. You want me to bring money to go and put a dead body in the mortuary, while there is earth where it naturally belongs? It is there. Many of you don't know how our ancestors used to handle death. Today, somebody, you shake somebody, the person didn't move. You take that body to mortuary. Maybe the person is still alive, but because you can't feel pulse anymore, they say, doctor say he's dead. This person says he's dead. Then you take the person to mortuary. They embalm them, or they open their body, take out certain things, and they pronounce he's dead. And you begin to do their funeral. Our ancestors used to leave the body for 24 hours before confirming is dead. You don't need any soothsayer. You don't need any doctor. You don't need anything else. Your common sense should teach you that. 24 hours, no move. Okay, it's confirmed. Many of you are mourning because you are living in fear. Many of you are mourning because you are living in ignorance. Many of you are mourning because you are living in pretense. Let us pretend like we feel sorry for that. We feel bad about that. There's no reason for you to feel bad, to feel sorrowful, to feel more mournful or whatever when somebody dies. The same way you feel when somebody was born is the same way you should feel when somebody was pronounced dead. Some of you will say, no, they are feeling we will miss him. That's flimsy excuse. There's no reason for you to mourn for the dead. No reason. No reason for you to mourn for the dead. Why are you mourning? That person has been alive. You did not mourn. Now the person is dead. You are mourning for what? What will that person achieve that somebody else will not achieve that is alive? And some of you go to the extent of selling land to bury somebody, to conduct funeral. You make big signposts, begin to buy things, kill cow, buy food, save people, and do burial. But in your family, somebody needs at least small amount of money to do something. You will not give it. Some said, when I die, give me befitting burial. Save the money. If you don't save money for befitting burial, nobody should give you one. But many people are living in fear, ignorance, pretending, and also they said that to avoid shame. What shame? What shame? Somebody died, open the earth and bury the body there. That's it. You don't owe any dead body anything. You see, some people, it's affecting them even in what they call tradition. Excuse me. I have heard people went to this, like the seers or soothsayers, to find out why is life difficult for me or for my family. They tell them there's somebody that died centuries ago, was not given befitting burial. You have to give cow to do befitting burial for that person, for things to move well. Am I saying they are wrong? No, but that is bad. Just as the sentence I say, when you're talking about these gods or goddesses, saying that it's punishing people, those things shouldn't be like that, bringing misfortune, bringing suffering, bringing sorrow to us. Something that our fellow human being or our ancestors established to be blessed, bringing blessing to us. He said, because we did not do certain things, it should not be so. That's wickedness of man also. What our ancestors established, we can improve on them. We can make them better. Not them killing us. Not us believing the power they have is the power we give them. Because we believe them, they have power over us. But if we don't believe them, they have no power over us. But if you find out your ancestors did something and that thing is not working for your own good, why not go ahead and gather the whole people that is related to those ancestors and say, let us seek the way to make this thing, to amend this thing. You don't have to destroy it, amend it, because your ancestors who established them, they had good purpose or good reason for that, not for your own bad, not for your own evil, not for your own misfortune, not for your own hardship, not for your own failure. But these criminals you call men of God or spiritualists, we tell you, oh, you have to do, that's why you have to do this. This thing was evil, you have to destroy it. It was not. Your ancestors never established anything to work against you. It is you are ignorant of it that is working against you, or fear of it. But if you can get adequate knowledge of it, you will find out you don't even need those sacrifices. Of course, initially you can do something to restore it. Then you, all of you, gather together and put it the way it should be without killing anyone. What I'm telling you, you may not hear it from any native doctor or from any elders. But if you have your common sense, you will understand. You are one with your ancestors, and whatever they did, you should use it for your own good, not running away from it, not seeing it as evil, so that it stops causing death among you. There is nothing that my ancestors did that will cause death to me. Nothing. Why? Because I know the knowledge of factual truth. No power can kill you. No power. It is only your fellow human being that can do that, if you allow them. If you can protect yourself also. But don't tell me there's any evil spirit anywhere. There's no God anywhere that will come and do what? Fuck that God. Fuck that Jesus. Fuck that evil spirit. Fuck that any ancestor that is coming to kill anyone. Why should they kill anyone? You telling me they can kill to do? That's bullshit. We have to. That's the one you should abolish. Abolish that ignorance. Abolish that fear. I went to Uchu Shrine right here in my town. I said, I'm here. Uchu will not kill me. I'm not. I have the video. I will share it later. People living in fear. You can't enter places in your village anymore. They tell you it's evil place. It's bad place. And you think you know what you are doing. What your ancestors established has become abomination to you. Has become a dead zone to you. You're afraid of dying. Why are you mourning? If you believe there is God in heaven who everything about you touches, why are you mourning? Where is that God? If you believe there is heaven, you will go when you die. Why are you mourning? If you believe your mother, your father, that your family members, they believe in Jesus, they believe in God, they believe in heaven, and they will go there when they die, why are you mourning? Tell me. If you believe in reincarnation, you believe when you die, you will come back again, why are you mourning? You believe your loved one, your family members, why are you mourning? Tell me. There's no reason for you to mourn for the dead, regardless their age. Whether it's a newborn child that just died or the 200 years old person that died, there's no reason for you to mourn for them. If you believe in afterlife, whatever, why are you mourning? I'm encouraging you to dare to know the whole truth about yourself, about life and death. When you know the whole truth about yourself, life and death, you will see how you will live free. It is the knowledge of factual truth that will make you free from mourning, free from death, free from fear of death, free from fear of God, free from fear of evil, free from fear of what people will do. What will they do? Kill you? Let them kill you now. Their problem will not be solved. And you are coming back. You will kill them also. Wake up, my people. Why are you mourning? If you read their books, some places tell them, do not go to the house of mourning. Do not go there, that bullshit. But they won't see that one. They will still mourn. In some places, it tell them, do not sorrow like those who have no hope. You see, if you have hope of eternal life, if you have hope of dining with God and Jesus, you mourning. You make obituary poster, and you go to radio or TV, make obituary announcement. If with great loss, oh, but we cannot question God. But with gratitude to Almighty God, we are announcing the exit of our whatever. Walk around our place, obituary everywhere, obituary whatever. And these people believe they are going to heaven. They say it's a loss. Oh, sorry for your loss. Oh, accept my condolence for your loss. Loss? Somebody died, he says it's a loss. And you are calling me a lost soul. Your father died, he says it's a loss. Your mother died, he says it's a loss. Your child died, he says it's a loss. Your friend died, it's a loss. Your brother died, it's a loss. Your sister died, it's a loss. And because I don't believe in your God and your Jesus, you say I'm lost. No, you are the one that lost because you're related to the lost people. Oh, man. When you read their Bible, when they say Jesus was carrying the cross, the daughters of Jerusalem, women of Israel, they were crying. He said, do not weep for me. Do not weep for me. Many of you are waiting for somebody to die for you to weep. And some of you are weeping for Jesus. Even they're making you still weep for Jesus in your church. They say, oh, Jesus, why can't you? He said, assemblies of God. They know how to weep. I don't know if they're still doing it today. But the old assemblies of God church, they weep every time they go to worship, to church service. They weep, sorrow for their sins. Oh, Lord. You see, some Christians, when they're confessing their sin, they are crying, they are weeping. But they tell you that Jesus said, it is finished. Yet they are committing it and going for confession. Father, I have sinned. I have come to confess. Please pray. Let God forgive me. Why are you mourning? Why are you weeping? Because somebody died. Out of ignorance, out of fear, out of pretense, out of shame, you are mourning. Nah, I don't do that shit anymore. And nobody will make me do that. Like in Luke 18:52, let me read it and see. Luke 8:52. Oh man, this network will also be delaying this. Luke 18:52. Come on. Luke 8:52. Yeah, it's here, man. Maybe. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, man. Yeah, it's here now. 52. Luke 8:52. It says, bum, 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 bum. Now all wept and mourned for her. But he said, do not weep. She is not dead, but sleeping. That's what it's supposed to be. Everybody mourned because of the damsel that died. Everybody wept and mourned. But their book said that Jesus said, do not weep, do not mourn, for she is not dead. It's not her end. She's sleeping. It's time for you to see death as sleeping. Somebody dying is somebody sleeping. That person will come back again. It is simple. It's not a mystical something. It's not a spiritual something. It is a natural thing. Death and sleep are the same thing. Life and death are the same thing. Why are you rejoicing for life, but you are not rejoicing for death? It is not balanced. You have to rejoice for life and for death. Life and death, that is the circle we are in. And you must understand your death is not your end. It will help you to live better in your life, because death ushers you in to the next level of your life. It's not the end of your life. Your life is eternal. Your life is natural. Your life is infinite. You will keep living on and on. Weep not when somebody dies. And don't expect anyone to weep over you when you die. It's a good thing to die, just as it's a good thing to live. Death and life are the same circle, not opposite. Death is not opposite of life. Life is not opposite of death. They are the same thing. I mean, the same circle in which you are. You have to experience both of them continuously. Without death, you will not have new life. When they tell you you must be born again, that's what they mean. You have to die to be born again. If you are not dead, you will not be born. They tell you you will die spiritually. Nobody dies spiritually, because spirituality is illusion. It's an illusion. It does not exist. Understand, death is not your end. You have to wake up. Not only wake up, wise up. Not only wise up, but know more and faith no more. Stop believing because somebody said that or because it is written. Begin to know. When you know, you will live. When you know better, you will live better. But when you don't know, you be living in fear or ignorance or pretense or shame. But when you know, you'll be as bold as lion. Knowledge makes you bold, but ignorance and fear makes you be ashamed, makes you timid, makes you a coward. You don't know yourself, and you are buying whatever people are selling, even though it's contrary to your own happiness, to your own life, even to your own death. It is time you wake up. Do your own research, ask questions. Let the universe teach you also, and you will live better.